Chris Pratt.
I'm Rebecca Ferguson.
You're going to freak out when you see the trailer for our new movie, Mercy. What the? Get me out of this chair.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence.
Hold on, just wait a second.
With crime rates soaring, lawmakers voted for mercy. By acting as judge, jury, and executioner, Mercy keeps our city safe.
I shouldn't be here. I helped create the Mercy program. I'm proud to have sent the first suspect for trial here, and I will continue to send more until the message is received.
Detective Raven, I know precisely who you are. You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
Oh my God.
Your guilt must fall below the 92% threshold, or you will be executed in precisely 90 minutes.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
Detective Raven, the city's municipal cloud is at your disposal. Every camera, cell phone, and database. You must gather evidence to exonerate yourself. If you are innocent, prove it.
I need to find out who killed my wife.
It's a classic crime of passion, Chris, and it all points right at you. You don't get the Mercy trial unless you're guilty.
I didn't hurt Mom, I swear to God. Show me everyone she had contact with. She was seeing someone. How's my guilt looking now?
It has risen to 98%. You just provided me with a strong motive of why you murdered her.
Good, wow. Thank you for that.
Mr. Raven, the clock is ticking.
Tell me what Nick was up to.
She was stressed about work.
She said some chemicals are missing.
The estimated street value would be in excess of $16 million.
Do you honestly think that I killed my wife? Or were you just programmed wrong? I need to walk the scene. No, I have something here.
This is a terrorist's handbook.
Get out. Get out of there.
Mr. Raven, you're running out of time.
Chris, what do you got it into? There's a bomb in that truck.
It's heading downtown.
This was never about my wife. This was about me and you. Medic! Get me out of here!
Chris Pratt plays a man accused of killing his wife in this witless action thriller where harsh justice is dispensed by artificial intelligence. Welcome back, everyone. This is Cineverse Fanatics, and this Mercy review. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more. It takes a certain level of irrational exuberance to cast Chris Pratt as a convincing foil for the artificial intelligence of the future, which is basically Mercy in a nutshell. An unlikely movie star, Pratt has built a career on playing recognizable, somewhat elevated every-dudes, swept up in extraordinary circumstances, guys with crinkly smiles, flexed muscles, and narrative contrivances who can navigate their way to the end. He was ideally cast as a charmingly roguish scavenger in his blockbuster breakthrough, Guardians of the Galaxy 2014, though in the years since he's rarely had a role that fit his skill set as persuasively. That hasn't changed with Mercy, a witless, thrill-free hodgepodge of shinily packaged action thriller cliches. Presumably, the pitch seemed solid enough to get greenlit. Certainly, the results check a number of proverbial boxes. In addition to Pratt, the movie features a well-regarded second lead to class up the joint, Rebecca Ferguson, as a director with a commercial track record, Timur Bekmambetov, and marshals a heat-seeking subject, AI, to deliver its warmed-over crime story, a man accused of murdering his wife. Alas, the only thing that gives the whole shebang an iota of friction, as well as an unhappy shiver of the real, are its images of heavily armed law enforcement throngs swarming across Los Angeles. Written by Marco Van Bell, the story takes place in 2029 in yet another bleakly futuristic Los Angeles. There, social undesirables live apart from the rest of the population in a zone that, at least from the story's safe remove, resembles a hyperbolic version of the sprawling homeless encampments that exist throughout that city, especially in and around its downtown. This grim framing has serious political and narrative potential, but here all the misery is just atmospheric backdrop for another story about a heroic individual up against the system. That would be a detective, Chris Raven, Pratt, who wakes one day to see an on-screen AI avatar, Judge Maddox Ferguson, effectively an old-school hanging judge. Apparently, in the remarkably productive 3 years between today and this dystopian near future, all the many problems with AI, its biases as well as its hallucinations and misleading outputs, have been rectified, creating a criminal justice system that is as ostensibly perfect as it is efficient. In this new world order, the presumption of innocence has been tossed. Now, defendants have 90 minutes, the movie's runtime is 99 minutes, credits included, to clear themselves. If the court finds them guilty, the defendants are executed at once, which is evidently cheaper than the pesky cost of housing and feeding prisoners for life. Raven was all in on the program until he was strapped to a chair and facing what may be an exceedingly short future, which suggests that he lacks basic empathy. But whatever. As the digital clock runs down, he rages against the machine. Maddox smiles in turn, curses, sweats, furiously furrows his brows, and starts working his own case. Because the supposedly all-knowing Maddox can access anyone and anything, Raven is able to pour through the evidence, accessing a cajillion bytes of data, and call on suspects, witnesses, and colleagues. Enter Callie Race as Jack, another detective. He also watches cell phone videos of his life. Annabelle Wallace plays his dead wife, Nicole, while Kylie Rogers plays their kid, Britt. Given that Raven is largely immobilized in a chair throughout the entire movie, Bekmambetov has to work overtime to liven things up with an array of visual approaches. As the investigation continues, Bekmambetov toggles between the courtroom and the world outside, floods the screen with multiple smaller screens, and mimics immersive simulations, which just look like, well, a regular movie. As the complications accrue, the pace accelerates, the screens accumulate, and the story's larger, more intriguing implications about power, justice, and the surveillance state fade. In the end, all that remains is a guy who, much like the hapless audience member, is unhappily stuck in a chair watching a lot of on-screen nonsense.